What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Svetz series. Josh Svetz here, and today we're going to be doing a ranking of the XXL 2018 Cypher performances, worst to best. As you can see, I'm not in my usual shooting location. I am in Pittsburgh for the week. And with that, let's go. So basically how I'm going to do this is I'm going to be rating them on their flows, their lyrics, their cadences, just pretty much anything in terms of rap. I will take into consideration entertainment value, but at the end of the day, that's not going to be the main thing that I'm looking at. I'm really looking at who had the best overall performance, not just whose was the most fun to watch. Blockboy JB. Now, you guys already know I don't like this guy that much. I think he's just generic and boring, and there's nothing really that interesting about him. But here he continued that trend of not showing me anything with pretty weak flows, weak cadence, no lyrical content whatsoever, and just a very sleepy, dull performance overall. In fact, the only saving grace with him is the antics that Lil Pump and Smoke Perp did in the background of his Cypher, which made it seem a little bit more entertaining, but no, like, dude just was not good on this. His freestyle was trash, this was trash, and I think he's a trash rapper. So ultimately, he is trash. At number 7, we have Wi-Fi's Funeral. This was pretty weak as well. He didn't really bring anything to the table lyrically, so all you really have at that point is your flow and your entertainment, and he had no entertainment whatsoever. He just kind of stood there and brooded. Even when the other rappers were there, he was just brooding. He did try to implement a quick flow here, but it just did not work out because within the first 10 seconds he lost the beat and kind of screwed up, and he never really recovered from there. So yeah, this was not very good. The freestyle was also not very good, and yeah, overall he's been probably the biggest disappointment of this whole class in terms of performances and energy and anything at this point. Up next we've got Lil Pump. Let's get it! Yes, Lil Pump here. Now, the rapping itself was not very good. The flow was meh as well. There was pretty much no lyrical content. He actually mumbles through most of his performance. But what was cool was how he created a hook out of the song with Smoke Perp and Blockboy JB's performances. I thought that whole cohesive teamwork was really awesome. I also really liked the entertainment value of his performance. He did a bunch of antics like throwing money in the air and doing his little Lil Pump ad-libs. I also just loved the cohesion of everything and the cooperation of all three rappers, especially on Perp and Pump's part. He brought up the whole energy and really was the reason that this was one of the more entertaining watches for the Cypher performances. But as for the actual lyrical content and the flow and the raps, it really just wasn't that good. But Lil Pump, man, he is an entertainer. And I think this kind of makes up for his pretty awful freestyle. Up next at number 5, we've got YBN Namir. This was boring. It's not bad, technically speaking. There's good flow and good lyrics here and there. But at the end of the day, it was just a dime a dozen, by the numbers Cypher performance. There wasn't much energy out of Namir here either. But his freestyle was very good, and I think that's what brought the Cypher down more, because he had these interesting lyrical contents and this very personal freestyle, and then with the Cypher, he really just didn't bring much of anything. And I know the dude can spit on a Cypher, because No Hook is a banger. But at the end of the day, this just really didn't do anything for me. But go check out the freestyle. Now let's get to the actual good ones. Smoke Perp here. He honestly did really well. He had great energy, and I attribute that to his pairing with Lil Pump and just the energy that Pump gave to the whole song. In terms of his flow, he had really excellent and sick flow. I thought he worked well with the beat and kind of matched his cadence to what the beat was doing, so I appreciated that. There wasn't much lyrical content here, but, you know, it's Smoke Perp. What do you expect? At the end of the day, though, this was a pretty damn good Cypher performance and made up for that pretty trash and boring freestyle that he had earlier. Number 3, we've got Ski Mask the Slump God continuing to just drop fire during this XXL rollout. His freestyle was definitely one of the best freestyles that came out of the class. But I really like this Cypher here. He drops a lot of cartoon references, some interesting double entendres here and there. Has pretty quick and grasped flow. The one issue I have with this, though, I don't like that he went acapella. Acapellas for the freestyle. For the Cypher, I think you should just stay on beat. I don't know if that was a tribute to XXXTentacion or not, but it just really didn't work, and it kind of hurt the energy that Jid had really brought in for that first half of the Cypher performance. But still, it's a good performance. Number 2, the runner-up here, Stefflon Don, actually. You know, she didn't have a great freestyle performance, but in this Cypher, she really came to play. I love her UK cadence. It matches really well with the beat. I also love her inflections of dancehall here. She had probably the best grasp of any rapper in terms of working with the beat and cooperating with the beat. And she had a couple good lines here and there as well. Overall, though, Stefflon Don did excellent here, and it really makes up for that just meh freestyle. Finally, no surprise here, JID Jid killed it again. Are you surprised? Like, come on. He had amazing flow, the best lyrical content. I love the double and triple entendres. I thought some of his lines were absolutely sick. I especially like the line where he talks about being a baby and then coming alive and wanting to fuck the nurses. Overall, Jid killed it. And his freestyle, maybe one of the top 10 best XXL freestyles ever. Don't at me! Overall, I enjoyed this XXL class. I thought the freestyles weren't that great, but the cyphers really make up for it. And these rappers are just pretty much more relevant than last year's class already. I mean, who is Cap G? But what did y'all think? Comment below and make your voice heard. Like, subscribe, and don't be afraid to criticize. This has been the Svetz series. Now send me your queries.
Red and black sweater like my name is Freddy. Color spaghetti. I so messy. Pico khaki. Never lucky. Keep that 30 in my jacket. Look at the diamonds, they on hush mode.